Hello, I'm the Resolute Cartographer, and this is the fourth video in my other great game series, and we're covering Dorfromantik. It's a game that was published by Toukana Interactive. It's actually developed and published by Toukana Interactive. It's in early access. You can find it on Steam for $10. It's a little tile-based puzzle game, and I've been having some pretty good fun with it. Now, the name Dorfromantik, I believe it means romantic village, and I believe romantic, they're specifically talking about the style of the village and things like that, the art style of it. Dorf, I know from my Duolingo, is village in German. So if we go ahead, why don't we start a new game here? And I'll go to your games and I'll do this. This is actually new. They added creative and classic mode. I'm going to go with classic mode and I'm going to create a new game here. So you start out with just a single tile and then you have a stack of tiles. In fact, I've got 40 of them at the moment. And I can place this here. And I can rotate this to be however I want it to be. And I can place it. Along with that, you can also rotate around and get a different view of things. Now, apparently I've got 3 windmills in a row. Now, something to notice is that you can see right here it has this little thing here that says it has 3+. Now, what that means is that if you connect another farm to it, if you connect 3 more farm fields to it, you're going to get more tiles. Now, the plus means it's at least 3. Sometimes it won't have the plus though, and that'll mean that you'll only if you connect 3 to it will you get it. If you connect more than 3, you won't get the little reward. But if I connect this one, which has 3, you can see I just got 10 more because I actually completed 2 quests at the same time. This one needs 7, so if I connect it here, and again I'll spin this around, now it still needs 1 more, and I can add another field here. And this one needs an additional 3 after that. This is kind of crazy. I've never had 3 windmills. First of all, I've never had more than 1 windmill in any one of the games I've played, much less 3 in a row right at the very beginning. But we can then start building out the other tiles here. Now you can see I've got this tile which has a little bit of farm and some forest. You're not always going to be able to match up and get like the perfect thing, but I generally try to have like a scheme that I'm trying to go with. So like right now I've got this farm field here, so I'll probably continue to expand the farm out this way. And because I've got this little bit of forest up here, I'm going to start expanding a forest up here. The important thing to pay attention to is basically what side of the tile has what on it. Now if I place this right here, there's no connection, but if I go up here, still no connection because I've got grasslands facing that bit of woods. But if I rotate this, you can see it now highlights, and I now have the forest facing the forest, and I can go either way with this thing, or one of 3 ways with this thing. And so it's kind of a neat thing to do if you kind of like visualize it without the art style to it, and you kind of just see that this tile right here has one side that's forest, one side that's grassland, forest, farm field, and then that way you can kind of start to make the connection. I mean, the art style is beautiful, but it also can kind of distract you from what you're trying to do. I've had it multiple times where I've accidentally put things together because I thought, ooh, that looks nice, and then I realized, oh, I just boxed in a farm field that's like 100 farms wide. Anyway, why don't we go ahead and start building this out too a little bit here. We can maybe start building a village on this side. And now you can see we also have water here. So I can find a place. And again, it's just a relaxing little game where you just add more tiles, get more tiles, and continue to try to complete those quests to keep building more tiles. And as you place tiles, you watch my score up here, it's at 500 at the moment. If I then do something like this, there we go, that's a little bit better. Plus 20, right? Now if I go ahead and place another one here, well, yeah, I'm just going to do this. Another 20. Add a river. Another 30 there. So, and then let's see if we connect that. Yep, another 10. So you can see that as you keep going along, you can keep adding more tiles, getting higher points. But the other point is to find basically specialty tiles. And along with that, you can find different biomes that you build out into. And so why don't we go ahead and actually take a look at one of my other worlds. Again, this is brand new, the fact that you can play additional worlds. At least I think it is. Last time I played it, it wasn't available. Let's go to this one, which is I've already been defeated there, so let's save this. Okay, session complete. You can see that I've run out of tiles, gotten to the end of what I can build, but you can see I've got this whole farm stretching across here. I've got this whole forest stretching all the way out here. I've got a whole system of river here, the whole rail system, this large village here. But I didn't complete the quests. I wasn't paying attention to that. I was just trying to build out a nice looking landscape, or at least what I thought was a nice looking landscape. But in the process, I did manage to actually get to the point where I captured this little watermill thing, and so now I have that as well. I've also, in the past, come across like village fountains. Along with that, I got this. I think it was a village fountain. Anyway, I also got this thing from one of those tiles, which is basically it can sit on the water, but it also works as a train station, or you can run a train through it. So it's a neat little tile there. Now, when it comes to the creative mode, you don't have to worry about the tile count. Why don't we actually load up one of those? Which, there we go. And so you can see here that I can just place this, and again, no points, but along with that, let's say I don't want to use this tile, except for I definitely do, because this is perfect. Let's also place this one, but now let's say I don't want to place this river. I don't like the tight curve to it, right? Well, skip tile. Also, let's say that I don't like a tile that I placed somewhere. For example, let's say I don't like that branching river right there. I can grab that, delete the tile, get rid of that, go back to placing more tiles. So yeah, it's this way you can kind of, it still has a randomization to it, and you can choose to keep skipping tiles, or you can go ahead and just skip the most egregious tiles that really don't fit your plans at all. But anyway, if you're looking for a game with a nice, relaxing bit of music, relaxing playstyle to it, but it does also have some goals to it, and along with that, it's got a nice art style. You really can't go wrong with Dorfromantik. This has been the Irresolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.